Okay, now see how the red light comes on.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Joe is on his way to Junction City. They're probably there by now. His daughter's having a baby, so he wanted to be there to be a grandpa on the spot. So JD is going to be the repository of knowledge tonight if you have questions.
Oh, we'll have questions.
The first order of business, approval of the March 7th business session minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, the approval of the bills list. If you're wondering, I didn't know what Gall Link is. That's where we get the police uniforms.
Yeah.
And the Goodyear was for tires on the public works truck.
The oldest one I saw here was that Snake and River from January, and I didn't know what we had done.
He told me, because that was one of my questions, and I can't remember, but when I heard it, it was like, oh yeah. Do you remember JD, the snake rooter?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's on a post-it note on my desk, but I forgot. But when he told me, it was like, oh yes, I remember that. It wasn't questionable. So.
In that case, motion to approve the bill list.
Second.
Any other questions?
Move to pay the bill.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So pay the bill. All right, citizens' comments. Not everybody all at once.
Take a number.
All right, admin and finance, funds are all, balances are all looking good. Actually, the general fund, I'm pleasantly surprised even after paying the March 20th bills, we'll still have about $99,000 in the general fund, so that's looking good. The street fund is, after we pay the bills, we'll have about $165,000 in it. Everything looking in pretty good shape. Fund 20, the capital fund, the building fund, $105,000, so we're looking good to be able to pay off those water meters. We currently owe $44,000 on, so that final payment's coming up, and we'll have that covered and still leave us with enough to make our building payment in June.
Did we get a hold of those folks yet?
The Zinner folks, do you know, JD, I know we were asking them to come here, but don't get here until.
Yeah, and we were talking to Jerry Parks from Windwater. Yeah, I told him, me and Joe were talking, and before we had them guys come all the way up here, we want to make sure we have everything we need. So they're sending us some more MIUs and some more meters, like I want to say about another 75 of them, so we'll make sure we have enough. So when they do come up here, we can get them all knocked out at once.
Provided they don't send us the same kind they did last time.
Correct.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so overall, feeling like from a funds standpoint, we're in pretty good shape. And just give you those numbers so when we talk about the streets here in a little bit, you have a little bit of background. So, next up, public health and safety.
Not a whole lot new. We have our new police clerk started. I don't know if all of you knew that or not. I think I told you last time, but she started on the 27th. That's been a huge help getting things done that weren't done before.
And she's been here previously, right?
Yeah, she worked for Mike Buffalo.
Okay.
And then we currently have one of our cars being upfitted, one of the new patrol cars. Our dog is about halfway done with her training, so she should be out here pretty soon. And we wrote 111 summonses, traffic tickets, 50 reports, 11 arrest warrants, and 70 general ordinance summons. So it's been a busy month.
It sounds like it. So we got one patrol car ready to come on duty, and
It's being done right now. It's
then
not
we've
ready
got one
yet.
more waiting in the wing.
Yeah. There was a little delay. Some of the things got back ordered that we needed, but he has
Great.
everything now, so.
Great.
park board?
Nope, nothing at this time.
I understand they were planning to start on Monday, does that sound right?
I believe so.
Something with, street lights or utility poles or something?
We met with Evergy yesterday about moving a power pole that's right in front of where this break park's gonna go, and we would like to have that eyesore removed. So we met with them yesterday, we sent some information to them, they're getting us a cost on it. And if anybody knows anybody with public relations at Evergy, we need to talk to one another here. What I'm trying is going through the utility commission at Jeff City to where we can hopefully get a little bit of that price relief that's gonna cost to move that pole. So we'll see if they can do something. It'd be nice if they do that, and then we can put their name on a park bench or something, you know, to
Oh, there we go.
show that they did it. So that's just kind of what we're doing with that.
Okay. Sounds good. Planning and zoning?
We have a possible action, new business today regarding short-term rentals for planning.
Public works?
We were in the process of getting the lawnmowers started and ready to start mowing that Friday and getting ready for spring and summer. We're excited.
How many more do we have running now?
We have two.
Two?
Yep.
And the plows, I think we had a hydraulic issue on one of those. Is that been
Yes.
fixed
And
or?
we're gonna have it fixed next Monday.
Okay. And then one of the spreaders?
And
was-
then the spreader's got the motor, and it's gonna be next Monday too. Same person. So,
Okay. I don't see fairs and festivals. Okay. First item on old business, discussion, consideration, possible action regarding the streets project. You can see some of the pricing information that came in there. I think Phil's paving. This was revising it down to the chip seal, and what I was told was, because I was questioning why how they were going back to 8 inches and what have you, but that was to fix the areas where the base is bad, and that's the areas that they'd found that they would tear that out and put that back, and then they would the chip seal would go over the top. So the $134,000 for the South Central. If you broke Park Street down into a couple of phases, one from BB to Veterans Drive, it was $126,000, and then if you went from Veterans Drive all the way over to Lee Street, it was another $138,000. If you kind of some of the breakout on the various locations and how much, that's kind of how they got to those numbers. But that's currently, as it says, we've got about 166,000 in the streets fund. We get about 10,000 a month is what we bring in. So should reasonably do one of the three, and maybe by the end of the summer could have enough to do this second one, because that's what you desire.
Who's the agency that was conducting the quotes again?
Well, Phillips Paving, I think, when
That's not what, the other, is it Black, or no, what's it called?
Bartlett West.
Bartlett West, thank you, sorry. Did they say which street is needing the most repair? Like, have we concluded what needs to be repaired first?
This is just speculation on my part. Based on the scope of the work that needs to be done, I would say probably Central is in worse shape. But I didn't see on here, because there was a previous version where it had some collection boxes and curbing and stuff, so I don't know with changing the scope. I mean, to get it to where the price, because before, we were 200 and something thousand. So I think, I think, I guess, JD, you're more knowledgeable about this than I am.
It was a toss-up between Park and South Central. But my personal opinion would be South Central, because it's down to the dirt, and we try to patch that, and I mean, it could be there a week and then that, like, not even a foot away from it, it's getting worse, so, yeah.
Yeah, the patches have sunk
Yeah.
below the ground. It's fine.
The upshot is that, I mean, if you want to do South Central first,
Yeah.
is that we're not done with the spray park yet, so that doesn't put pressure on them to have, you know, so, that's one street cut that goes in there, so, then by the time the spray park comes online, maybe then we'd have enough money to go back and reload and get the second.
Yeah, we didn't want to
part of
fix it and then have to cut it right back up.
that. Yeah.
Have a repair in the middle of the new road.
Yeah. So, we don't have to decide tonight, but if you so inclined, that's what I know.
So they knocked the collection boxes out of the South Central?
I don't see them in the bid.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, wait a minute, here is an inlet box and a storm drain.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For 25,000, okay. Good, I thought there was more than that before. I've slept since then.
I mean, I kind of feel like we should go with the original phases, and South Central was phase 3 in the original proposal. And then, like you said, with park being worked on, I mean, with the park being renovated, you know, I think it would make most sense. Because we could do temporary patching on park better, because those potholes are more manageable from what
Correct.
I've seen to repair, because they're not below the ground, showing ground. I mean, they still have asphalt.
Or any kind of motion?
I make a motion to go ahead and go with South Central repair.
I'll second that.
Any additional discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, JD, pass the word along and we'll get going as soon as the weather and stuff permit. Next, discussion, consideration, of possible action regarding 227 South Hudson, regarding the request for short-term rental. I did want to pass along that the attorneys are working on the ordinance on that, so it might be worth tabling that until next time, but again, what's your pleasure?
Yeah, I'd make a motion to table that till next time, so we have all the information from our legal team.
Second.
We're going to table. Discussion, consideration, of possible action regarding the use of the city's firing range. Chief,
We currently don't have a firearms instructor here for the department, and it costs us about $500 roughly each time we go out. And we do it 3 to 4 times a year, so it costs the city anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, right around there. So Blue Springs School District Police has 3 instructors, and they were in search of a place to be able to qualify their people and allow us to shoot with them and be qualified with their instructors. So they basically would use our range and we'd use their services, so it'd be a wash. There'd be no charge to the city that way. I'd already talked to Alex about, I'd sent him an email and he responded to that he'd get us a liability waiver if you guys approve it. For everybody that comes out there to shoot, they'd have to sign one each, just one time, but that was what we discussed. So, but that's the basic proposal, just to try to get us an instructor and save a little money.
Well, for saving money, so move to approve.
Second.
any additional discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sounds like we've got a deal. Next, elected officials' comments. I'd just like to remember Mr. Bill Yates, who was the previous police chief at one time, an officer here in town who passed this week. Just remember him and his family, the service he gave the community for a number of years. So, you know, growing up, he was the police as far as I knew as a little guy. So, just remember him and his family in your prayers. So, if there's nothing else, take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Stand adjourned.